Hey, so hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. So our guest just got here. So let me take, I was gonna have to do a presentation if we couldn't get her in, because you know how things happen out here in these streets when you're talking about coming on live. Hey, Italina. I always
It's
have,
Selena.
but Italina. Hello, how are you? So I want to tell you guys a few things and then I'll let her introduce herself. So my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. And today we're going to talk about building up your social media presence. But before we get to that, I need to tell you about Thursday, this Thursday. So last Thursday, I hosted a grant writing class. And I am getting wonderful feedback. My students are all out there in the world doing their research so they can get grants. Now, the class is not a cheap class, and the thing about that is this: is that you're able to wash and rinse and repeat. Like you can use it this week, you can get that grant money, then you can use it next week on another grant, and on and on and on. And so people are out here in these streets. I was talking about with a friend yesterday, and she was telling me that a young lady in her circle actually got the building, got the equipment, got everything donated to her through a grant because she's doing a youth mentoring program. And so people are out here doing it. They're out here giving people grants to help you to get your dreams up and started. And this was a lady that went from zero to something, right? So I'm teaching people how to do that on Thursday night. I'm going to put the link in this video when we're finished. But right now, it is my esteemed pleasure to introduce to you Italina, who is our social media presence expert. And she's going to talk to you about who she is. And then we'll get into the conversation about how she can help you. So, hey, Italina, how are you?
Hi. Yes, my name is Italina, online presence expert and speaker. I have a 9-year-old social media company and where we create content for business owners who know they need to be better about their social media, but just don't have the time or the know-how to do it themselves.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And you've been doing this for 9 years, which
Yeah,
speaks for itself, right? Because
absolutely.
yeah, because you're pre-COVID.
There you go. You see,
Yeah.
before COVID. Yeah, I give over, and before COVID, obviously, I was flying all over the country. Conferences, organizations would have me come and give social media talks to their group to teach their business owners how to make the most of their social media presence. So whether that be realtors or those in a financial or insurance industry who they know, for example, their LinkedIn profile, it just doesn't do them any justice. It just kind of reads like a resume as opposed to marketing them. So we go ahead, get to know our clients and rewrite their profiles for them.
That is wonderful stuff. That is good stuff. And so you don't hardly talk about this, but you're also the vice president of a BNI
I am.
in Eastern California. I mean in California,
Yes.
right?
Northern
Yeah,
California. That's right.
absolutely, absolutely. And so I actually got to attend one of the meetings there a week or so ago, and you guys are doing it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, very warm people, very, very engaging people. And so that was a good experience as well. So
I'm
you're
so
doing
glad.
amazing. Yeah, you're doing amazing things in the business space. So
Thanks.
let's talk about who your ideal client is.
Sure. So our ideal client understands the value of having a social media presence, of being visible online. They get that you can be great at what you do, but if people don't know about you, they can't use your service. So they
Absolutely.
understand the importance of being visible online, especially these days when you can't be out about in these huge groups as we were before COVID with this pandemic online lifestyle that we're living. So they
Absolutely.
understand the importance of being on their LinkedIn, networking, on having an Instagram presence, having a Facebook business page.
Absolutely. And that's good. And so what I find is a lot of people like COVID just made everybody like if you're not online, then you are missing out. Like you're
That's
leaving dollars, and I'm talking about big dollars on the table, right?
right.
Because you and I found each other through LinkedIn,
That's right.
and
Yes.
so
It's all
and so
about
that's
being
the
visible.
absolutely. So that's the amazing part about social media presence is a lot of people, and I hear it all the time on my timeline, and my heart cringes. But you hear people say, "Well, I'm moving in silence." And my heart just like, but you don't even know. Like I've gotten to hang out with some really hard hitters, and all of them find the people that they want to work with. They find them through their social media presence. Like
That's
people are always saying, "Well, you was into Steve Harvey's thing, so can you get Steve my book, or can you give him about my product, or whatever?" And him, Oprah, and Paul Brunson, and all the others that I've hung out with, all of them talk about when they are needing a thing, they go and research. Like they go look at YouTube channels, they
right.
go look at Facebook channels, they go and look at You're Welcome, Mars. They go look at, and hey, Jonathan, they go and look at the social media presence to see who's out there and what you're doing. And if
Right.
you're out there, then they can pull you in.
That's
But
right.
if you're moving in silence,
Right.
no,
So it's like, is this a legitimate business? I can't find them online.
yeah, yeah, and that's important. That's important because what they want to look to see if you have credentials, if you have
Mhm.
street creds, like are
Right.
you do you really have all those followers that you're claiming to have? Do you really have, because the thing about it is like especially now we're doing influencer marketing is a big thing. And
Mhm.
so influencers, even before they want to work with you, they want to know that you are who you are, that you're
That's right.
legit.
That's
It used to be like people say, well, I get the celebrity to wear my whatever, but now you have to pay for that. But even though you pay for that, you still have to have some level of presence yourself because they don't want you pulling them down. And so
It has to be a
it's
win-win.
yeah, it has to be a win-win. So yeah, so talk to the process.
Sure. So first things first, I like to see your Facebook business page, your LinkedIn profile, your Instagram bio. Maybe you even have a Yelp page. I like to see that as your like online storefront. It's a place where millions of people are flooding to these social media sites. So it's a matter of, are you showing up? Is your business showing up? Is your business present? They're spending time there. Is your business showing up? And as you said, is that credibility there? Do the pages accurately market you? So I see a lot of blank Facebook business pages. There's photos, but there's no information as to why we should work with you. I see LinkedIn profiles that look like resumes. You're a business owner. You're not looking for a job per se. You're looking for clients. So your resume should not look, your LinkedIn profile should not look like a resume. It should look like a piece of marketing material. And then even the
That's good stuff.
Instagram bio, that little piece, it should be marketing you. So you can actually see a good example of any of these. You see that's my Instagram there. Instagram is Italina K. So you can find me at Italina K, and you will see a good example of a bio, like an itemized list, not a paragraph, an itemized list of your services and how you help.
That's good stuff.
LinkedIn profile. You can go ahead and connect with me on LinkedIn, Italina Kirknis, and you'll see a good example of a piece of marketing material that your LinkedIn profile should be.
And so that's making a head shift, right? Because most people think, I just need to get up. I just need to be on. I just need to stand up. But with this, what you're saying is everything is strategic, like it's intentional. So
That's right.
it's not about just having a presence, like just being there. It's also about making sure that what you have there is doing its justice in telling people who you are, what you have.
Precisely, especially if you're a business owner. Like I said, you're self-employed, you have offerings, you have services, you have products. You can definitely market those on your social media sites.
Absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
was
That's
just
good
going to
stuff.
say, so we talked a lot about the profile, the bio itself. Then there's the ongoing marketing, right? The ongoing posts, the weekly posts. I see your post, Linda. You're doing a good job sharing what you're doing. Right.
Thank you.
So, absolutely. So it's a matter of now, are these posts effective? I see a lot of posts. There's no call to action. It's just posting for the sake of posting, showing you eating. That doesn't help us with knowing about your service, right? And
Mm,
your products. So one of the ways in which my team and I end up helping businesses is doing their weekly posts for them. So again, we get
mm,
to know all of our clients. That's the beautiful magic sauce that we have in allowing it to be more personable, personalized, and unique to you. And then from there, we rewrite your weekly post and post for you on a weekly basis, allowing you to approve everything, all the content before anything goes up online.
that's good stuff. That's good stuff. So now it's not even about you having to know all this stuff, right? Because it's a lot. I mean, it
It's
can
a
be a
lot.
lot. And
It's
in most cases, a lot of people are not tech savvy. Like I run into a lot of, so my client base is mostly 40 and up, and they're not tech savvy. And
yeah.
so they need a person like you to come alongside them and to help them to understand, or even to take it over, right? To do the done
Mhm.
for them.
The truth is,
Product.
the business owner is good at what the business owner is. So the realtor is good at helping their clients buy and sell houses. The financial person is good at helping with building the wealth of their clients, but they're not necessarily good at social media marketing. And the truth is, the highest and best use of your time is being there for your clients, working on their projects, not necessarily doing your social media marketing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the thing about that is knowing where to be, because also, people think, oh, I need to be on everything that's out there. And
That's
so
true. Yeah,
knowing, yeah, and
that's
so
a myth.
knowing, yeah, knowing exactly which platform is the best for you for the type of service that you're rendering. I
For
mean,
sure.
absolutely, because if you're trying to get to customer, right, business to customer, then you want to be on a Facebook or Instagram. But if you're trying to do business to business, then you need to be on LinkedIn.
For
Like
sure.
it's knowing that.
And I want to add too, the thing about LinkedIn is there are human beings, income earners, workers, just like you and me on LinkedIn. A realtor who wants to, for example, connect with potential clients on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the number one professional site. These are income earners. That's a place, whether they're business owners or not, you want these working individuals who have an income to be your clientele. So LinkedIn a lot of times tends to be the stepchild of social media, where you kind of forget about it. But it's like, these are the main people you really want to be connecting with.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, exactly. I love, and shout out to LinkedIn for giving us this platform. Like something I was doing got me this access, this live access, and it's because they look at the metrics, right? They have metrics that they look and see how impactful you are and what you're doing, and then they take that information and they help you to find the people you need to find.
That's right. And people don't realize, as far as the algorithms, LinkedIn has the most favorable algorithm. Meaning, you share on LinkedIn, your post is going to stay higher in the feed longer. That means more visibility for you and your business. So I encourage you, if business is a little slow, you're looking for more clientele, more consultations, more leads, be more present on LinkedIn. I'd be happy to offer your audience, Linda, a free online
Oh,
presence assessment where we can assess your current online presence, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Take a look at where some of the gaps are and how my team and I may be able to help you.
absolutely, absolutely. And that's the thing. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that, first of all. And so if you're following here, this following the plug has business benefits. And the same thing, because a lot of times, like you were saying, even when people don't, when they have a business, what I've learned is a lot of people just want to sell something. And so my wheelhouse is to help them to sell things the right way, like putting the proper foundation under their businesses. And right now I have a business class. We have exactly 10 more weeks of the class where I'm teaching people how to get the framework for their businesses. So when she gets you out there and gets you known, the last thing you want to do is somebody find you and you not be able to deliver, right?
Yeah. So
So
I'm going to claim that free assessment. Just
yeah,
connect with me on either of the sites, whether it be LinkedIn or Instagram. I put my name in the chat, my full name in the chat. It's Italina Kirknis. Just connect with me on LinkedIn and say free assessment. Please let me know that you saw me here with Linda on the Business Plug.
hey, there you have it. There you have it. So for the 4,000 plus people who are following me, and of those that are actually business owners, like this is a deal. Like to get an assessment of where you are so that you'll know what you need to do next. Because a lot of times people want to know, how do I get on there? And here's what I see people doing all the time. And I'm like, that is the wrong way. They tag everybody, right? They're a new business owner, so they tag 100 of their friends. and they think that's marketing. And yeah, yeah. I see it a lot. And I'm like, that's not how you do it, people. That's just not how it's done. You have to actually create a social presence that will attract those people who you want to work with. Like everybody's looking for, the content, the people who are doers, the people who are shakers. Like they're out here looking for people like you, but they can't find you in a tag group uh, email or post
Sure.
or that. Yeah, that's just not the way to do it. Two things I do not like about people's social media presence is group tagging and moving in silence. Those two things right there.
So,
Those
like you
get
said, people, the business, a pie maker goes into business because they know how to make great pies, not necessarily because they're excellent social media marketers. So, I always say to people, hey, it's okay. That's not your expertise. No problem. Delegate it to someone who is, or get educated. So, I do hold classes. I have one coming up
you sure
November
do. Yeah.
23rd. You're
Yeah.
welcome to definitely attend. It's a cheap way for people to get a bunch of good information. And of course, with the assessment, if you are like, I do want to look into your services, see what it would be like to work with you and your team, you can definitely have that consultation with me.
Absolutely. And that is great because in that class, she's going to look at what you're doing. And that's a great way to get her eyes on what you're doing. Like that's a great way to ask her the questions you have. That's a great way to work with her. So I will put the link in this video as soon as I'm finished so you can connect with that as well. Because I want you to attend, and it's on November
23rd, 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard.
So over here in the eastern part of the world, right? That's what 1 o'clock. That's 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in my central people who are in the central area, and 1 o'clock in the people. I mean, 2 o'clock in the people who are in the eastern area where I am, and 1 o'clock for the people who are in the central area. So if you are able to get away at 2 or 1 o'clock, depending where you are, then you can attend the session, and you can take your lunch break, like take a late lunch. If you have to work, take a late lunch, but it's going to be worth the time that you spent in order to get your social media presence up. Like there has never been a better time than right now to increase your social media presence so the people who are looking for you can find you, can
That's
find
right.
your products and services. I love what you said about, if you're a pie maker, you go into business making pies because that's what your genius is. And so that's the thing is continue working in your genius and let experts like Italina do the social media presence. Like you don't have to know it.
Mm-hmm. For
You should be able to,
sure.
yeah,
And with
wherever
the
you're weak.
assessment, they can with the assessment, which is basically like a consultation. I'm happy to
Mhm.
look at what you've got going on, and then we can look at if any of our social media services would be a fit for you. We can just talk about it. We can look at the profile revamp that we talked about earlier, where we kind of rewrite those blank Facebook business pages and those resumes that you had, those stagnant resumes on LinkedIn, and get that Instagram bio properly representing you. And then looking at if you want the weekly posts being done for you, we could certainly look at that.
Absolutely. And then by doing that, they can help you to find the customers that you're out here trying to pull your hair out, wondering how can you get this done, right? Because here's a solution. So the business is LSMB Business Solutions, and this is a solution for all businesses who are wanting to get out there, who are wanting to be found, who are
Right.
wanting to attract your customers, because client attraction is huge if
It's
you're
huge,
going to
especially
stay in
right
business.
now. And you want to attract clients as opposed to be chasing clients.
Yeah.
And again, I know there's people on different spectrums of where they are in business. So, if you feel like, oh, I can't attend the class, or I know I can't look into any services right now, let's just connect on LinkedIn or Instagram, and you can actually follow and see some great examples just by watching. We can learn a lot by watching. I put a lot of free videos, YouTube videos out there. It's just youtube.com/Italina Kirknis. And I put my name in the chat. So you can learn that way by watching.
Absolutely. So understanding that if you need to get your business popping, like this is all about how you can get that done. So you know now what you need, and so now you know how you can get it done. Like that's the solution. So let's talk about um, let's talk about where they might be right now, like the pain points, right? Because these are the people, your ideal customer are those who know they have a grand product, but what they don't have is they don't have, and it's moving. Let me put your stuff in our comments where they can see them because it's sending them to me as private. But let me put it where they can see it. What they don't have is they don't have a way to get known. Like you may think we call it honest arrogance, right? So arrogance means you start a business and you think you know everything you need to know. And Italina can tell you, as I can tell you, that there is so much to know, you couldn't possibly know
Yeah,
everything
true.
there is to know. You couldn't.
Sure.
But your honest arrogance is going to tell you, I know how to run a business because I've worked for this corporation for 40 years. And what people don't realize, like I had a CFO of a major hospital who was great at financial stuff,
Hmm.
perfect, great at it. But when it comes to business decisions, he
Hmm.
needed a little help in making good business decisions because it's different. And
It
it's
is
and
different.
it's regardless of where you work in your company for someone else, when you're talking about running a business for yourself, you are the whole thing. You are everything, right? You are everything. And so that's the thing is when you don't form that out to experts, then they miss out. You miss out.
Right. I shared earlier, I have a team. I couldn't possibly be where at the level of success that our business is right now by myself. I have built a team over the last 9 years that has allowed us to serve clients all over the country. And I think sometimes we let the fear of the investment take us to the next level, not realizing that investment is peanuts compared to what you're going to be making as a result. Like I said, I would not be where I am had I not invested in building a team, hiring people to work with me. Definitely could not be serving all these different clients across. Right now, we're in 11 different states,
Wow.
serving clients all over the country. And I couldn't do that unless I had made an initial investment.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about it is because we can get sticker shock, right? Because when you're working and you're making $14, $15 an hour on a regular job, you can't foresee paying anybody more than what you've made. That's just the reality of it. But what I want to do is get you past sticker shock and think about for a business owner, your question is not how much does it cost? Your question is how much will it return on this investment? That's a smarter question because you may spend, how many of you that are watching would spend $1,000 to make 100,000, $1,000 to make 10,000?
Right. And everyone would, but I think it's again that fear, there's that initial fear, not wanting to take that leap. So it's like, okay, you know that there's where you are right now, you can't possibly go on to a higher and higher and higher level without being able to make the investment needed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be
Better to invest in yourself than yourself.
exactly. And that's the thing. That's what I try to teach my business owners is you're asking people to invest in a business that you want to invest
Mm, that's huge.
in.
That's
Like,
huge.
how is that?
Right.
It just doesn't make sense. It
Yeah.
doesn't
So
make
what's
good.
so nice is like these days, it doesn't take a huge, $100,000 investment to get your business going. We've seen over and over, having an online presence, and that can just mean a YouTube channel or a LinkedIn profile or a Facebook business page or Instagram bio. Just that if you're willing to either put in the workforce or whether you learn how to do it yourself professionally or delegate to a team like mine to take care of it for you professionally, that in itself, that shows, oh, this is real business. This is legitimate right here. This is professional. This is a professional presence. This is a real company. Let me see what they're about. Let me at least have a consultation, have a call to see if they may be able to help me.
And that's the thing. That is the whole thing is looking at your business to see if it's worthy of doing business with. That's how people are finding people today. Like that's how we found each other,
Right.
because we're both.
We're not going to big groups, networking events with hundreds of people. That's just not a reality right now, given our health situation. So it's like
Absolutely.
online. Thank God for this internet thing that's allowed us to still have a way to get our businesses out there and network.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to build your capacity, because you think about it, when you do collaborations, you're actually borrowing you're borrowing followers from whoever you're working with, and they're borrowing your followers. Like you're
Hmm.
able to build your business exponentially because you're out here collaborating with
That's right.
like-minded, success-minded people. And
That's
so
right.
that makes a difference within itself. So it's understanding all of that. If you have any questions, you're free to put your questions in the comments, and we'll try to answer them while they're here. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replays. That way we'll know that you did see it. If you put questions in here while we're gone, like after it's over, we'll still come back and give you your responses. But the whole thing is to share, share, share. Like, make sure your community is aware of this video. This video is going to be life changing for a lot of businesses that are out there floundering, wondering, how do I get this thing started? What do I need to do? Who do I need to talk to? Because a lot of times we think that we have to be tagged onto a celebrity or someone of that status in order for us to move forward. But the truth of the matter is, you can be having a strong presence. Like, people gravitate toward that. People are actually out here Googling and searching Facebook and LinkedIn and places for businesses just like yours, but you're moving in silence, so they can't find you. So this is a way to up level your social media presence in your business. And so I hope this conversation has helped you. If you have any questions, I'm going to ask you again to go ahead and put your questions in the comments so that we can respond to them. If not, then we're just going to wrap it up. But this has been a great conversation. This has been really, really good to help people get their social media presence up and running. Like,
Good.
this has been
You
great.
want to encourage your listeners to go ahead and connect with me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially my business owners. Like, you need her in your life. I love that. Like, the old thinking was, you get a business coach and that business coach becomes your end all, right? But the truth of the matter is, you need a business coach, you need a social media coach, you need a marketing coach, which is hopefully your social media coach. You need you need a financial coach, you need somebody to help you with legalities. You need a specialist in every area of your business. And so this is a social media. This is everything, because it's going to get you out there. It's going to get you known. I tell people, marketing gets you known and sales gets you paid. By creating a strong marketing strategy, like being out here where people can see you so they can know, like, and trust you, being out here is going to help you to get your sales together. It's like money in the bank. You have to invest it and draw the interest off of it. So that's what we're talking about today. I thank you for your time, and thank you for your yes for coming on the Business Plugs Mixer. I am encouraging everyone to go out and connect with you. You all go to LinkedIn, you go to Facebook, you go wherever she is. Instagram is what she's given in her handle. Go out and send her some likes and tell her you saw her here. But I want you to connect with her, and I want you to use her services to help up level your social media presence. My name is Linda Espy. I was gonna call my old name. My name is Linda Murray Bullock. They call me the business plug. And today I'm plugging you into building a stronger social media presence. Italina, what is your parting remarks for them?
You have these free social media sites. You might as well use them for your business.
That's a point. That's a whole point. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we will see you guys next Sunday at 7 here on LinkedIn and Facebook Live. You all have a great week. We'll see you next week on the Business Plugs Mixer. Have a great evening.